Hey, are you a martial arts school owner? Then this video, you're going to love it because we're talking about 5 mistakes martial arts school owners are making to attract new students on Facebook. So firstly, before I get started, I want to introduce myself. My name is Swapnil. I've worked with over 300 martial arts schools from across the UK and the world. And I'm also a consultant for the world's largest martial arts franchise owner, Matt Fides. So the stuff that I share in these videos are actual from real life clients that I'm working with today and have done for 5 years. And what I'm going to be covering is something that I've seen that is really, really important. And I want you to take notes on this because this is really powerful stuff. And once you get this right, I guarantee you that you will get consistent members into your school every single month. So just to give you an example, I had Richard, who's just been through my program itself, and he signed up 41 students in 1 month. And then I also had Ben England, who went through it last month, and he signed up 65 students in 1 month. So this stuff works. So let's get straight into it. Now, first thing that I want to talk about is your offer. Now, what do I mean by this? Your offer is stuff like 1 week free, 2 weeks free. There's so many out there, but generally what you will find, and I've seen this across so many people before they come in, become our clients, is they would be running the same offer like their competitors down the road, or they would be running very, very similar offers. Most school owners don't think out the box in the sense of how can they make their offer different? Let me ask you this question. If a parent or an adult, depending what kind of classes you're doing, if they see you on Facebook and they're scrolling through their phone and then they see 1 week free from you, then your competitor down the road, they're scrolling through and they see 1 week free from them, who are they going to pick? If you've got the same kind of offer like everyone else, why would someone come and pick you rather than someone else? Unless they've been following you for a while, then that is slightly different because then you probably know about content marketing and then they built a bit of trust with you. But majority of times, if you're just going out there and using ads or even organic, like free marketing itself, like posting in groups and things like that, you want to be thinking about your offer. So your offer is very, very important. Offers make and break campaigns. One of the main reasons why the TAP system has been so successful and so many school owners are using it is because we teach a lot about offers and copywriting and understanding how do you make your offer very different to everyone else, because you will see generally everyone just does one free class, 1 week free, 2 weeks free, and they don't think much more else. And that's all they say on the ad copy. So think about how to make your offer very different. So that is number one mistake. And it's probably one of the biggest ones that is the biggest needle mover for most schools. Now, second one is, I've got some notes here just so I don't forget. Second one is boosting ads and then wasting money. I know one of the biggest fears for most school owners, because I've spoke with so many, is that they're afraid of losing money on ads, and they're afraid of, they want consistent members, but they're not prepared to put money on ads to test anything, but they still do boosting. A lot of them, I've noticed, I even asked them, is like, okay, what have you been doing? They will say, yeah, I put £20 here and there. But if you think about it, over the years, you probably spent thousands on ads just testing and doing random things because you're just hoping that one of them will stick. Or maybe you've run an ad and you get leads on it first time and then you redo it again next time, it just doesn't work at all. And you're wondering why that is. Now, one of the things is boosting ads just randomly here and there is a big mistake in the sense of just for lead generation. Boosting ads works really well if you're doing it for content marketing. Is basically what is boosting ads. So if you know a little bit about the ads manager, generally, if you go in the back end, there's an option that says engagement, or even on your page, you'll see that boost button if you've ever seen it, the blue one. What that is basically you're indicating to Facebook, I want to show this to my local area, depending on the radius that you put, but I want it to be just seen by people that love interacting, people who like comment in the comments bit. That's what boosting is. The very powerful thing about Facebook advertising and marketing in general is that if you know a little bit about the ads manager, there are different set objectives. So you can actually make an ad that is just for sales. So Facebook will just send it to people that like buying online, or engagement, which is boost. Facebook will just send a message to people that like commenting and stuff. Or if you've seen the lead forms, lead generation, it will send an ad to people that just like to opt in. So it's a very powerful strategy if done right. Boosting ads is a mistake in the sense if you're doing it just for lead generation. But it's a very, very good idea to get your message out there, to get people to see you, to see your brand, to see you showing your classes, educating people. Very, very powerful strategy when done right. So second one, make sure if you're using boosting ads, use it for educational marketing, or use it to just show your results, or, you know, kids holding certificates can be good. But I always find that if you can do that in video format, it's much, much better. Number 3 is Facebook versus Google. What do I mean by this? Now, one big thing that I've seen most school owners are not aware of, or just, or they will always say to me is that if they use agencies before, or they've used someone before, they'll always say Facebook leads are crap. Facebook doesn't work. But the thing is that it's because you just don't have the education, or you're not aware of the 2 different types of leads. Most people say, yeah, I get people come through my website, they're opt in and they come in and I'm getting 90% sign up rates. But when I get a Facebook person come, firstly, they don't show up, or if they do, they don't sign up. It's because that you need to understand 2 things. A Google lead is basically someone that is already researched that they want martial arts. They are literally typing martial arts in Peterborough, that's where I live. So, or they'll be saying martial arts in London, or martial arts wherever you are. That kind of person doesn't need much sales. He literally, he or she or parent already knows that they want that. So that's why they're just coming in, opting in. But Facebook leads are slightly different. You need to think that when you're actually on your phone scrolling 100 miles an hour, like we all do, but the thing is, and then your ad pops up, the person doesn't know who you are. They just see an ad and they see that offer and go, oh, that looks great. My kid might like that. But they're not ahead in the buyer's journey, in the sense that they're not like a Google lead where they're like, yeah, I've researched this place, I've seen them around. They're already ready to buy. But a Facebook lead is someone that needs educating, needs to be shown results, like what you can do for their child or for them. And they need a lot more nurturing. So in the marketing world, we call it nurturing. So what that means is that someone needs to see more emails, more ads, they need to be built that trust with them. And then they become very, very good clients. But the thing is that most school owners are not aware of these 2 things. So that's why they start advertising on Facebook and Facebook marketing. They're saying that it's not working, is because the strategy is very different. It's because you're thinking that this person, soon as you get a lead, if you're using lead forms or messenger ads, whichever it is, and you're expecting that lead to convert straight away, come to your place, do a trial, sign up, everything off that one ad that they've seen, it's very unlikely. Generally, you'll find that through Facebook, about 50% of your leads will probably convert, or a bit less than that. But most people forget about that other 50%. That is still, like the word is money's in the list. That is still very, very powerful, because these people have kind of indicated that they kind of like, they are interested in martial arts. They just don't know you enough yet. This is why you need retargeting ads and all this stuff to build trust with people. So Facebook versus Google, Google leads, people think they're always the same, but they're not. So once you understand this, you can approach your marketing in a totally different way. And you can start doing like these kind of videos where you're teaching stuff, educating people, which is why Facebook is still very powerful. Now, one more thing as well. In Google, you're very limited with the amount of people that are searching in your area. So if you're a small little town, you're not going to get that many people searching for martial arts in your area. Obviously, if you're in London, or you're somewhere like Newcastle, Manchester, whatever, or New York, wherever, wherever you're watching this, you will have tons of people searching on Google. And obviously Google leads then generally tend to be a bit more expensive. But Facebook has a lot more people on there. It's just that it's called interruption marketing. So you need to interrupt them with something that will catch their attention. And then you take them through into your world through emails, texts, retargeting ads, and build that trust with them. And that becomes very, very powerful. And then you will just have too many leads, too many, you basically will have consistent members every single month, which is exactly why you're probably watching this video. Now, what do you do after you got a lead? Most school owners would probably just have it on a spreadsheet, or they would just write it by hand or something, or it depends what you're doing. I'm not sure, but you might have this, you might not, but most schools that's what I work with don't actually have this. Is called a CRM, customer relationship management tool. So there's loads out there that you can find. We have our own inside our own tap system where we build it and set it all up and all the automation's done for you. But what is the CRM? Why do you need it? The CRM is basically a tool for you to manage your leads, because when you get, also let me put here follow up, because most school owners, generally most schools don't have a good follow-up system. So when you get a lead, say from Facebook, that person obviously doesn't know you that much yet, but they come into your world. How are you nurturing them? How are you taking them down I was going to say rabbit hole, that's probably not the right word, but how are you taking them down a path so that they can get to know you a bit more, and then they'll start trusting you, and then you're basically the only school that they'll want to go to. Is using a tool like a CRM. There's loads. If you just type it into Google, you'll find quite a few out there. But please do this, because you need to manage your leads in the sense that they're getting consistent emails from you, that you're educating them in some kind of way form. They're getting some kind of updates from you, because generally most people will get a lead, and if they don't convert, they'll just put it on the side, and then they'll go spend more money on getting new leads. When you have a tool like a CRM tool or an autoresponder, email, whichever thing, at least something there to capture the people's details, and then to keep messaging them regularly with not spam. No, don't keep sending them like offers and offers. You want to, if someone said no first time, they basically need to see more about you, what your culture is, what your ethos is. And then on top of that, if you know about retargeting ads, and then that starts following you around, very likely when you're watching this video, you'll probably see more ads from me. But it's all about building trust. While you're watching this, if this is the first time we're chatting, then it's very likely that you might opt into one of my things later on down the line, and then you'll start getting emails from me, and then you'll start seeing my ads. You'll start building trust. You'll see results. You'll probably recognize a few of the school owners on there, and then you'll maybe approach them and say, is this Swapnil guy legit? Has he worked with 300 odd schools? I'm just trying to give you a picture as how your journey will go, but this is exactly how parents are. It's actually quicker and easier, but generally parents will do the research. They'll search for you online. They'll go and see how many, like, are you actually a good school or not? So CRM is very, very important. Definitely have that. Please research it. This is one of the biggest mistakes, really, really big one. This is. The next one is even bigger than this, but they're all very, very important. But having some kind of way to nurture your leads, it's vital. You should definitely have it, especially this day and age when all the tools and automations and stuff that we have nowadays are quite cheap, really. Like when I started my first business about nearly 10 years ago, we didn't have Facebook just started ads sort of thing, and none of this stuff was there. So I wish it was. But now, number 5, this is something that makes a big difference. This is one of the needle movers that will help you convert more your leads. Is most people don't have. Let me write it first. So, no belief-shattering content. My handwriting is going a bit messy there, but that's what it says. So, no belief-shattering content. What do I mean by this? Now, one big thing is that for, say, with martial arts schools, your competition is not other martial arts schools. It's other sports, other kids' activity programs, gymnastics, swimming, tennis, all these other things. Now, I always see is whenever we do audits, we do a lot of audits for school owners, generally check out their whole marketing and everything. We do that for free, but if you want it, just send us a message and we'll just jump on Zoom and do it for you. But one of the things that we see is that they don't have any good content on their pages, like videos or educating people and telling them why they should even consider martial arts. So have a look through your page. What kind of stuff are you doing? This is where I see, I think I did kind of touch up on it a little bit with the boosting, but you need good content that is actually going to get people to convert. Now, what do I mean by this? This is where, you know, especially nowadays, with the if you've been into looking at all the AI stuff that's been coming out, you know, you can ask ChatGPT and all this stuff for this kind of information. It'll give it to you. But the thing is, you want to think, okay, what do I need to? Okay, let me ask you this question. So, say a parent walks in, you're down the street, you're walking down, and a parent is there, and she or him asks you, what is martial arts? Why should I even do it? Why should I get my child to do this? What are you going to say to that person? If they reply back, okay, well, how is it different to other sports? What are you going to reply back to that? You see, this kind of content, when someone can watch it and they understand why martial arts is just not kicking and punching, which is what people think, unfortunately, and I know you know this as well. But are you putting content out there saying that how much of a difference it will make for the child in school, how much of a difference it will help with the confidence building in real life? Like a little story for you here right now is that I did martial arts myself for 13 years. And I truly believe to this day, because of doing martial arts, this is why I've had quite a successful business and I've run quite a few businesses, is because it's that discipline of not giving up and all that kind of stuff, that it becomes your DNA when you do this. So I'm trying to relate this with you because I understand why martial arts is such a powerful thing, because I did it myself. But you want to have belief shattering content. So the best other way to think about this is objections. What objections are you getting? Oh, it's too expensive. Now, what would you say to someone that is thinking, why it's too expensive? If you create content beforehand saying that, you know, people think martial arts is expensive, but let me ask you a question. How, you know, if your child is set up for life, is that expensive? You know, if they actually can go and succeed in life and do exactly what they want and not be afraid of putting themselves out there because they've trained and they've got the mental stability. You see where I'm coming from. So hopefully this is giving you some good ideas. Very, very powerful stuff. When you implement all of this, it makes a huge difference. And I guarantee you will end up having waiting lists. This actually happens with a lot of our clients. Nearly every single one has said that they've got a waiting list because people just don't see this kind of information being thrown out by other schools or even other activities, you know. Generally, people just don't put it out there. So I'm hoping you found this very, very useful. Now, if you have, then I've created a little roadmap for you. This is a 19-point checklist. Literally follow these steps. This is exactly how my TAP system is laid out. It's exactly the same process. It will cover all this stuff that you need as well on here. But if you'd like this, then just comment the word MAP, M-A-P below, and I'll just reach out to you in Messenger and send it to you. There's no opt-in on anything like that. You don't need to give your details or anything. I'll literally just send it across to you. And this will be a very, very important tool for you because it's something that you can print out and follow it step by step. And this is one of the biggest reasons why my clients are getting consistent members every single month. Nearly everyone's signing 20, 30, 40 students every single month. And it just becomes a system. This is what you want. So that is actually a system. Just follow exactly the way it is. And I'm hoping these mistakes, you probably recognize that you're doing a few of them. Just rectify what you're doing and you'll see a massive change with what you're doing. So thank you for watching this. And if you want the thing, comment MAP below and I'll catch you in the next video.